Hello everyone. Right, I'm just going to crack on and get right on with this. Yeah, so yeah, if you're new to me, you'll soon find out what I'm all about. Again, because it's like, I say something different every bloody introduction, and at the end of the day, people just want the fucking message, do you know what I mean? Right, so I'm going to use one of my new decks today, and I'm really quite excited because look, you kind of get the vibe from the picture, but it's specifically based on twins in separation, and it's got a mixed bag. It's got just very raw and real, honest messages. Just really, basically, what the twin flame journey is all about. Like, so some of them are really raw, lovey-dovey emotion, and some of them are just honest and kind of like ouch. And again, that's quite in line. If you hear me laughing, by the way, it's because the neighbour's playing that instrument again, which again, is it a trumpet? Is it a saxophone? I think I'm tempted to say trumpet, but I really don't know. I think that'll be picked up today. It's quite loud. Maybe that's a reminder for you to get picking up your guitar, Charlotte, if that's I remember you said when I'd mentioned it in one of the other ones that you were getting that fixed after a long time, if I remember rightly. Well, that's interesting. Can I show that? Is there anything on the phone that I don't want to show? No. Now, just like that, because I get my fucking address. Look, can you see that tree? Right. So, take a note of the time, 1541 or 341. That tree, right? I took a picture of it because it reminded me, because I don't know if you can see, but is it that tree? Maybe that's a tree somewhere else. Oh, I was thinking it was a different one. Anyway, it reminds me of the tree that I guide people to in my journey. And that tree that I guide people to is really like me in another incarnation, because it did come through that in one of my lives I was very, very old, ancient, wise tree. And it did resonate with me. But anyway, just if you feel connected to trees too, but it must be like, why has that come up? Yeah, it was taken a couple of years ago. I've no fucking idea where that is. I'm not going to lie, but look, it is a very nice tree. No fucking idea where I've taken that though. I'm like, where was I? Why did I feel like I was in fucking London or something? Maybe that's when I came back. Anyway, right. Oh yeah, maybe that was when I was right. Okay. So no, I think it is the tree I thought. Anyway, so there's might be some sort of significance there. Right. So Moon conjunct Chiron. The Moon in Aries is very raw and real. Anyway, again, that is very much my vibe. You either love it or hopefully you don't hate it. If you hate it, why are you hanging around? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to trigger someday at some point. It's what I'm here to do in your ascension journey. And again, it's like I'm not doing it on purpose. They're doing it through me to help you on your journey. You're welcome. And your twin flame will do that to you as well, and you will do it to your twin flame. But yeah, I'm going to do the thing where I've done the last time, that it's like people that are newer to the journey. I'm calling it new to the journey. You might not be that new, right? But to me, when someone's been on the journey, conscious of it, 12 years like me, to be honest, I'm scared to count, but I think that might be going on 13 this year. Fuck knows, right? It's like new to the journey would be a couple of years to me. You know what I mean? But maybe that you don't deem that new to it, but whatever. And then in separation, that can be anywhere from a few years to 10 years to 20 years to whatever. And then I'm going to do twins in union, bearing in mind that sometimes when I'm channeling about the twins in union, it might be that you're not quite in physical union yet, you've met up a couple of times, you're not in physical union, or I don't know what else it could be. Right, so, but let's see what comes up with this. So, but Chiron Aries, the Moon in Aries, like I say, is raw, real emotion anyway, and depending on where it is in your soul's blueprint, your astrology, which I can look at for you in a session, it's going to hit you in different ways. That musical instrument really keeps making me laugh. I bet he starts playing a song that's going to be relevant, or she, whoever's playing that. That's really quite distracting though. See, this is why I was going to do a client reading, and then I was like, nah, because my niece is about to arrive any minute, and, you know, at least it's like this one can just be as long as it is. I didn't want it to interrupt although interruptions are always part of client readings too. Like, all my clients know that, but it always means something. But I thought, no, that's too risky, so I'm going to do the client ones that I've got to do later on, because, by the way, oh my god, the last of that Pisces in, so I'm filming this in real time. Thursday afternoon, right? Thursday afternoon, 26th of January 2023, if you want it for reference. And but this can be timeless, so although it's got the date there to be cute, just because I really love glitter, and who cares it's no Christmas, we're keeping that there. It's not necessarily a Christmas thing, do you know what I mean? I just like it. Sometimes the date might not be the right date, I'm just going to say. I've been keeping all right with it right now, but and the weird thing, the way that they speak to me, I do think the 26th of January is significant for some reason to someone, whether it is actually today, could be the 26th of another month. Don't usually say that. It usually is the real time of when I'm saying it or the next again, but I feel it's the 26th of a month is significant here because they pulled me to 26 seconds when I was kind of saying that there. Yeah, Chiron in Aries is raw, like it really is raw emotion and raw wounds, because Chiron is your wounded healer. So anyone that's got natal Chiron in Aries, like I've got a few older friends that I've got older, you know, just they're older than me, have got Chiron in Aries, and you know, it's a beautiful part of somebody's healing to have, but it really, I would say it definitely comes from a place of going through your own pain. Anything in Aries does. Again, I resonate with that, being a Venus and high degrees of Sun in Aries. It's about being the warrior, and it's one of my best friends always says that about me, you know, that warrior energy. I've got that real warrior spirit with many of my placements that I channel about quite a lot to help people understand the astrology. Again, because there aren't too many people that are willing to overshare like me, so you do benefit from it, but I know that you all appreciate that. But again, I don't share everything. I'm Scorpio rising conjunct my Pluto, so I've got to keep some shit to myself. Right, so let's get into this. Chiron and Aries, like I say, depending on where that is in your chart, you could be feeling it, right? So where are the twins that are near to the journey feeling it? That one jumped out. I'm working on myself so that I can give you the love and relationship that you deserve. So although I'm saying that it's twins that are near to the journey, that feels like it could resonate for any, well, maybe not any, I would say new to the journey and in separation. That could still make sense for in separation. But when I'm saying new to the journey, it could be like, you know, that the masculine twin is feels new to the journey, like they've just woken up to what it's really about. So I'm getting that feeling. Let's shuffle. I'll look in the bottom deck. Where it's like a divine masculine could have had a very strong sense of this being a really strong, and I nearly said sexual, like connection, right? And even having that spiritual pull to it. I really do feel I'm picking up on divine masculines that may have been confused by how sexually attracted they were to you, or you were to your twin if this is you. And then it doesn't help if you've got interference from family, friends, whoever around kind of stressing that. I really do feel that. I really do feel that as a thing that many divine masculines in particular, and divine feminines at some point, can get very confused by. This isn't normal how attracted I am to this person. Like, you just don't get it that good. But that is a strong indication of a twin flame connection. But I want to buffer that with, you can have, it's not quite chemistry, is it? But don't get love and that kind of sexual attraction like confused with lust, which many people can. And again, if you've got a shitload of Pisces energy in your chart or 12th house stuff, you could get more confused than most, right? Unless you had something like my Pluto in the 12th house, isn't he going to get confused about that shit? Because I got Pluto and Scorpio in the 12th house, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I'm good at spotting those very complicated, confusing situations for others. Yeah, whatever I applied to, it's like somebody's waking up now to, I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. So it really does feel like it's merging the two things here. It's like somebody staying away to heal themselves. And on the bottom, my spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? So again, it's like, you know, although I'm not with you, or like say when you say newer to the journey, so perhaps you hadn't known this person very long, because I'm going to try and stick with the people that are newer to the journey. It's like this person's soul is, or you're saying to your twin, like, I'm always with you, even though I'm not physically with you. And, you know, are you seeing the signs? Are you seeing everything I'm sending you? Look, the sparks are still there between us. There's still hope for us. If you can take me back, can you forgive and forget? Right, really interesting, because it feels like it's going to, I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh. They used to light up my world. God, that just hit me right in the heart. It's right, so it's like, yeah, whatever that means to it. So what is the block then? What's the block for I didn't quite specify there, so I just feel that was the twins that were new to the journey, because I had a wee list and then I looked away from the list. But that did feel like, see what I mean? That felt like raw emotion, raw kind of, I don't know if it was so much passionate, but just raw emotion that somebody's twin flame was sending them there regardless of gender. So for the divine feminine regardless of gender, what is the block for the ones that are new to the journey? And again, scrap the new, the journey and separation, twins and union if it doesn't make sense to you, that bit. I'm just testing that. What is the block is pride, but pride's in reverse. So again, divine feminine is just be, you know, really aware of this. And I've been channeling a lot about that, because we've been talking that to about that, you know, for all of us. It is that kind of thing of being in preparation for physical union for a very long time. You could feel like you're going to be ready for that moment, and then when you're actually faced with it, you may then go quickly into putting your guard up. It's basically what I get from this card, you know, because she's half showing her vulnerability, half not. And again, that comes out for divine masculines a lot, but this has come out on the divine feminine side. So to me, it's about both twins, regardless of your gender, regardless of which one you're more in. It's about your feelings, because divine feminine energy is your feelings. So it's about just fully let the guard down. And wow, that was kind of at 11:11, awakening. Someone's going through a huge part of their awakening, or like I say, awakening to the deeper part of this love and what it truly is, merging the sexual, the spiritual. You're just getting it basically, and dropping the pride, yeah. And the affirmation for today is, all that I need to help me on my healing pathway is here now. And again, just this greater sense of feeling like things are coming together. Right, what is the block for the masculine? Unleash your creativity. But again, it was in reverse. It's like the block is, it's like, I'm almost getting, if that was a tarot card, it'd be like the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like somebody wants to release all this. That does not sound right. But so, yeah, that's what I heard. If somebody wants to release all this passion, all this energy, this fiery new beginning, you know, anywhere in life, you know, unleash your creativity could be about work. But it's like once somebody follows their calling and they're following the passion and doing what makes them happy, the next thing would be like, you know, being led to where they're meant to be and who they're meant to be with. So yeah, so that's, we'll leave that. And then there's a 31 on that card, and there are 30 days, September, April, June and November. Yeah, there are 31 days this month. So what day is that? Because I do feel the 31st of January and I'm actually wanting to cough now, and my throat is all healed now, so that's definitely not me. That's actually next Tuesday. So look out for the 31st of January being significant for some reason. Could be some important kind of communication of someone's feelings, because like I said, I really was feeling a block at my throat chakra there. Right, where do we go now? Because again, my mum will send a message when she's on her way. But we don't worry about it, because everything that's meant to happen is meant to happen. Right, so what, let's use this deck then. What would be a desire? We use one of the new, let's see if this works. Right, what is a subconscious delight? What subconsciously, oh fucking hell, I see myself having kids with you. That was the feminine one. So again, subconsciously, it's like the feminine that's newer to the journey, you know, again, and this could go into twins and separation too. It's like, oh, it could even be twins and union, you know, if you've not long been in union. But it's kind of like, look, the feminine really sees herself, himself, whatever you identify as, having a family with their twin. And what does the divine masculine see back? Ones that are new to the journey. These two cards came out, so we'll take them. I pretend I don't care because I care too much. That's a common story. Again, head fuck, isn't it? But it's like, and again, both twins can do this. I've told loads of stories where me and mine have done that, still do that. Again, can I be accused of that? I don't think so, but listen, that's maybe a bit biased. But I'm only joking. All jokes aside, although that was twins that are new to the journey, I still really resonate with that pride card. I do, if anyone was going to get my back up, it would be him, trust me. But then you hear I just laugh, because it's like, I wouldn't, because I just know that it's like, if I do it, he will do it. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to lose you. So, again, that's somebody, if they're new to the journey, it's like, yeah, just afraid of the feelings that are coming on so strong, and they're afraid of rejection. That basically you don't feel the same. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? And again, I feel that makes sense for all waves of twins. It's like, what if I really let my guard down, let my Aries raw side, because that's everyone's first house or wherever the Aries is in your chart, as well as that. What if you don't like what you see? But again, that is why I always say raw and real for Aries energy. It's kind of like why my life purpose is to stand here and be what some people would deem as TMI, because there's not a lot of people that do it. You know what I mean? So it's why I have to really go OTT with it, to show everyone what's the big fucking deal. Do you know what I mean? I'm still happy in my life and I've been doing it for over a year. Surely if it was that fucking bad and all these terrible things were going to happen from it, I would have thought by now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not for everyone. It's not everybody's purpose to do that. But it is mine and it helps people. So it's about you learning from the way that I am with my work to help the collective. That just imagine it, because people say to me all the time that it feels like I'm their best friend. And again, that's had issues over the years because, you know, I have to create lots of boundaries around me to, you know, to make it clear that like that is a huge honour that people would say it like that. But also, as long as people still do respect that this is my business, and when people want, you know, my time, you know, in any kind of way like that, when you've met me in this way, you know, you need to honour it, because sometimes people get a bit too relaxed with that, it feels like. And it's like when people are kind of, to be really blunt, putting all their crap on me, like, you know, wherever it is, which is why I haven't got messengers anymore and limit and emails. It's like it's you know, people do just need to take on board that, you know, I'm a healer, but I am actually a counsellor too. So it's not some kind of magical hocus pocus that you're going to feel better after telling me your stuff. I'm going to actually pay attention to what you're saying to me and acknowledge it. But that's exhausting too. You know what I mean? And when I'm exhausted myself, which I obviously that happens to me in the ascension process and with my own stuff, I might miss stuff sometimes when you're telling me big stuff in a message or an email, and then that might cause me to feel guilty. I'm talking about past stuff here. So that's why I created boundaries around that, and hopefully just really clearly communicate that to people. And again, I'm stressing again now that, you know, that's why I've been guided to do all of that. And with loads of stuff going on in my life, it really makes loads more sense now why they guided me to do it, because I just feel better. You know, I mean, I'm already tired, but I think, fuck, I can't imagine how tired I would have been if I was still allowing, because, you know, it's just something, it was just constant. You know what I mean? It was just, there were so many messages and voice notes, and because I cut voice notes out with people too, because although it was fun back and forwards with people I'm close to, where do you draw the line? So again, I feel with me going really into detail about stuff like that, it's about you taking that on board too, because that's what I'm always really mindful of, is it was hard to strip back my energy in the way that I did. And, you know, some people would have been like, oh, where the hell's Claire? There still probably are some of you that might be watching this right now being like, where's Claire in the messenger? So just in case you didn't actually realise that, I'm not ignoring anyone. Like, I deleted my messenger like months, so I've not got my messenger on any of my phones. So just in case anybody doesn't know that. But again, it would just sort of stress to people if you weren't aware of that, you weren't tuning into the collective stuff. But also, if you were that desperate to get a hold of me, what, you know, you should be booking a session, basically. I don't like to use the word should, but it's true. You know, it kind of stresses, because sometimes I even have to point that out to people close to me. It's like, where does it spill over into being a friend, and you're actually needing more of my professional support now? Do you know what I mean? And even like my close friends of mine have to recognise that for themselves, and they do. So it's all interesting. Right, okay, so that'll have something to do with someone. It's probably because, oh yes, Venus is about to go into Pisces tomorrow as well. So depending on where you are in the world, but that's Friday 27th if you're in the UK or wherever it is for you. But Venus is, it's love, it's what you value, who you value, it's money, it's what you find beautiful. So wow, and Pisces is just magical, mystical, it's absolute true love, soulmate, twin flame energy. So again, this is, never mind Valentine's in a few weeks, this is like strong Valentine's energy this weekend, that, you know, from tomorrow onwards, because it's just extreme spiritual love, sacred connection, very romantic energy, basically. And I'm really stressing that because you see right now the last degrees of Aquarius, it's not that it's, well, yeah, it's not. I was about to say it's not that it's not romantic, but it's not. Venus in Aquarius is not known to be really romantic. It's romantic in the sense of it's about friendship, and like I've channeled a lot throughout Venus and Aquarius, and it's still Aquarius season, you need friendship for a good long-lasting foundation of a good relationship, you know, a good romantic relationship. You need to have that banter, you need the friendship, right? And that's where a lot of relationships go wrong, from what I've observed for all these years with other people. But come on, we like a wee bit of romance and passion as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's so you will feel that shift there if you are in a relationship, or there's been a huge distance and, you know, very kind of detached energy. More so if there was anything going on in the first place, you could find like, whoa, like a full influx of like emotion, either that you're getting yourself for your twin flame, or you may literally get them coming forward. So but obviously that's not for everyone, but these are divinely timed and they're happening. So that was the, wait a minute, that was the desires. I don't know if that really answered. Let's use this deck again, because I've not used this yet. And like, you know, this is the first video I've used it in. What have we got for a desire for that? This always takes longer than I think it's going to take. That's very much channeling the twin flame journey energy, isn't it? So again, somebody's thinking, why the fuck does it take me all this time? This is a desire for the divine feminine and the new to the journey. Or newer, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know why I called it that, but they told me to call it that. The desire. I wish I could take back the hurtful thing that I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. Again, so a divine feminine energy, regardless of gender. There's a desire there to apologise. That's quite interesting that there's pride there for the block. For the feminine, and now it's like I wish I could take the hurtful things back that I said. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. Interesting, right? And so the masculine, the desire. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time. Hey, does that not? That kind of mirrors the block energy, doesn't it? I'll let you watch that back to see. But yeah, it's like, you know, that masculine energy, you know, that I'm picking up on that, Glenn, is really, yeah, just really hiding the truth. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. And there you go, that I did come up about fear of rejection. Wow, these are deep, man. See, this is why I'm not doing a video every day. These are fucking intense. Right, okay. Okay. Did we do, yeah, creativity. Right, now this is taking ages, so let's do the twins and separation. So again, this could be any length of time. Maybe I'm just meant to do in separation and twins in union. And then sometimes it'll pick up on people that are near the journey. Sometimes it'll be, well, they're just showing you that. I just go with it, right? Whatever. I was just trying something. Oh, there's my mum. I'll get her. Right, okay. Right, we've still got a bit of time to play with. My mum doesn't go at the speed of light, do you know what I mean? She's not far away, but it won't be that quick. Right. What is the block for twins and separation for the divine feminine? And then I'll do more if I've got time, like more messages. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. So again, this feminine's dwelling on the past and, you know, can't stop thinking about her twin, his twin, whatever it applies. Yeah, just real falling into that South Node and Scorpio energy. Again, usually where the masculine's at, but it can just apply to anyone. On the bottom, we've got, I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. Again, so this is, you know, somebody that's keeping track of you online. Again, usually the masculine. But again, I'm more biased in that way because I just took myself right off all my personal social media. And even when I was on it, I never, I done the opposite. I like to be different, but I am very, very sensitive and I didn't want to see anything to do with my twin flame. But it didn't stop people coming and fucking telling me, let me tell you. How people like to hurt each other in the world. Right, okay, so the masculine's block, it's in separation, before I forget what the other ones are. My heart always comes back to you, even when I don't want it to. And again, I'm laughing because that really does feel like, it's kind of interesting with me just channeling what my feelings were about that, because yeah, although I done that, it didn't really matter it didn't matter at all that I didn't have my face sick, that I couldn't see anything, because like I'm very private and he's very private, which is why like he could fucking hate me for doing this. But again, we like to take a risk in life. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's that kind of thing of, yeah, you know what I mean. It didn't work for me. He was always the person that I had the most chemistry with, the most sparks. If ever I did try to do anything, which was never, but you know, wherever I remotely went anywhere near having any kind of anything with anyone else, it was just like, what's the fucking point? Do you know what I mean? It's not this, it's not what I've got with him. I don't want it. And again, that's why I always say it's like I'm not being funny, but again, sometimes I go into my specific exact placements of my chart, and sometimes I don't, because it's not wise to give everyone all that information. But what I will say is, I'm definitely channeling a specific part of my chart right now, which is making me laugh. But it is like the, you know, me using the wounded healer part, that it's like, yeah, it is that song at the end of Lady Gaga, you know, don't want to start another fire, whatever. Anyway, I can't remember the words, but it's, you know, it's like, if I can't have you, I don't want anyone else kind of vibe. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Is this still the feminine, or is this is a masculine, isn't it? I can't fucking remember. I still feel your energy around me, and I never believed in these things before. I do now, right? Well, even if I hadn't went on the masculine, we are now, but I think I had went on the masculine. It's like, that's so, oh my god, this is weird. That's really strange, because again, this could, you know, apply to my situ as well now, because this is in separation, and it is scarily so for me anyway, because I was thinking about that. I don't know why, but this card just confirmed it. And it's like, I couldn't even say, oh, he kept me as a friend because he couldn't handle it anymore, because we both didn't even, we just went from being whatever we were to fuck all. Like, that's how intense we are. Like, if I can't have that person in that passionate way, I don't want to fucking see them. Do you know what I mean? That's basically how we dealt with it. And it's like, everybody has their own thing. But yeah, but I still feel your energy around me, and I never believed in these things before. I do now. That's what the masculine's saying in separation, and I do feel that is correct. Right, let's see. So the desire for the ones in separation from the feminine is, and see if I didn't split it up like that, it's for a reason, can't remember. I love you. Well, that's not a fucking secret, that's not a fucking secret. The divine feminine loves the divine masculine, is it? I fucking definitely make it abundantly clear how much I love that guy, right? So everything I do for our future. Again, that's funny, because it's more the vibe that this is meant to be from a divine masculine, but this is the divine feminine's desires. Like, it is true. It's like, look, I love you, and so why the fuck would I get involved with other people when that's not actually what I want in my future? And especially because the cards have come out about wanting a family, wanting a life, basically wanting to spend the rest of your life with someone. Like, it's just, this is very Aries energy. It's just, look, I'm making it clear, I love you, and you're my future, and you could be my present if you'd done something about it. Oh god, that felt a wee bit directly from me there, didn't it? But hey, if the shoe fits. But stepping back, I'm not the masculine, because again, they were talking to me about that as well this morning before I went for lunch with my mum there. Which, by the way, can I just say, because she's about to ring the buzzer, when I was sitting in a very quiet place for lunch, when my mum was at the toilet with my niece, there was only one other table a bit over from me. And what do you think the name that the woman kept repeating over and over and over again was? Yeah, that's right, my twins. And no, don't be guessing it down below or anything. I'm just letting you know that that's a daily occurrence for me. Drives you fucking nuts. But again, you'll be getting crowded with my name everywhere. So, right. For the masculine, the desire back to the feminine, is that card again. I want to come back home to you where I belong. You're where I belong. Oh, I didn't read it like that before. I want to come back home to you. You're where I belong. Because your twin flame is your home. And I'm making a plan to come back to you. wow, that's pretty crazy. And then look, so that's really lovely that it's like the feminine was like, look, I love you and you're my future, or I want you to be my future. Do you want that? And this one's like, I want to come back home to you whenever long. I'm making a plan to come back to you. Oh, there you go. Fucking sharing somebody's secrets. All I want to do is talk to you. I can't stop. I'm not good at communicating my feelings with you. Fucking hell. That's an understatement, is it? Like, twin flames both are shite at that. But we love and forgives ourselves anyway. Right, okay. And I'm including me in that again, just so that people really get that I'm saying that, right? I can dish out the advice, but I'm on this learning journey with you. It's I have to make sure I can really fucking trust somebody before I let them into my life. Right. Twins in union. Oh, wait a minute, let's quickly do, what's the healing because of the Chiron? What's the healing that's going on for the ones in separation, for the feminine? Cycles, yeah, repeating, it's ending, repeating toxic karmic cycles, and that's why it's very clear. I love you and I see my future with you. So it's almost like, I feel, I say this all the time, but feminines, if you're not already as direct as me, that's not too forward. It depends what age you are in life. If you want certain things in your life, you don't play games. It's like, look, don't want to scare you, but I love you and this is what I want with you. Like, are you on the same page? You don't need to go at the speed of lightning right now, but I do need to know, do you see me in your future? You know what I mean? And if somebody gets scared away by that, then let them be scared away. They'll come back when they're meant to, but they might come back too late. That's the risk that people take. With twin flames, I would say that's not likely, but different for different people. The masculine, we've got say what you... I can't, that's crazy. Say what you mean. Sorry, you might not have seen it. It said cycles earlier on before, but look at this. This is two people playing games. And again, yes, this card really does remind me of me and him. Because both people are being immature as fuck, it looks like. It's like, I'm not telling her first. And she's like, I'm not telling him. Well, guess what? Before you know it, weeks can go, days can go by, definitely. Weeks can go by, months can go by, or years can go by. In the case of me and mine, years went by. But I'm not saying that with much judgment because it was meant to. We were entrapment. And you can feel trapped in your own life with the wrong person, I just heard. But it's like beauty. And just admiring your twin from afar. But it's specifically me and mine. I don't know if he realises that, but for anyone else that resonates with that, it's really interesting. But again, literally dying to see how that ties up with what his actual chart will be. But for what I know of when he was born, it's we were never meant to reunite until later in life. That's got a lot to do with Saturn, you know what I mean? It was always meant to be when we were a lot older. So I've always known that. Don't know if he has, but I feel he has. Right, okay. Why are we shuffling these? Right, so this is twins in union. We've got a different deck here. Twins in union are confronting... Oh, it says control. Oh, that's what I said, confront though. Confronting issues around control, I'm going to say. For the feminine. Maybe I think that's the feminine needing to... Yeah, 33 minutes. See, that's the divine masculine number. And I was just about to say, it feels like twins that are together in union or about to be, you need to step back from your masculine energy to allow your masculine to be the masculine. Like, you're falling into being too feminine, like as in you're doing stuff all the time. You need to let them do stuff for you. And the masculines in hermit mode, I feel that's them, look, seeking, confronting their shadow. And then look, there's a control card on the back again, but that would be releasing control and taking it, And look, yeah, so that, like, look, nurture. The feminine needs to step into the feminine so that the masculine can share the love and take the lead. And then we've got coming together. That's hilarious. But it's kind of like, I'm taking that to mean this is for twins that are already in union or about to be in union. So actually, and I saw something about that earlier, it was the exact same message. So it's just confirmation that it's like, yeah, if you've got issues in your relationship right now, it's because you're being too in the masculine energy. Or take it whatever way that resonates. So I think the buzzer's going to go soon. So that's the block. The desire for the twins in union, for the feminine, is inner call, soul-led, the mystic, living courageously, is to just have a wee bit more risk and excitement in life. Oh, and there we go. It's Valentine's has come early. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. And again, that makes sense. If that is twins in union, maybe you've got kids, or maybe it's just wait a bit kind of, the honeymoon period is well and truly over. It's about getting a bit of that excitement back. which never truly goes if you're twin flames, but you know, having a bit of balance back in the relationship, the masculine desire. We've got the foreign protection, boundaries, clear communication. Again, look, clear communication came up for the one before, so they all sort of merge in. It could be a story, but the masculines needing to step in to being the protector, creating the boundaries around the relationship, and communicating clearly, but they follow on from the feminine's lead. Potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. But if this, so that really that's really quite exciting when that's about twins about to come into union. It's about to happen, you know, like it's promised, union is promised to you and it's about to happen. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing, feminine, keep falling into your feminine energy. Masculine, keep being the masculine and stepping forward. Like, don't fall into you being receptive and waiting for the feminine to go to you. You go to the feminine. That's how it works. Again, I always say about acceptance, because if you get a strong indication that you really do need to do something, then do it. But if you're doing it all the time, that's not, you know, it's not going to, it's not that, yeah, it's just not what you're meant to do. There'd be an imbalance is what they're saying. Returning to each other, compassion, humanity. And if you're already together, is what they were just sort of saying to me there. It's just about you're returning to each other in a different way, like, you know, being more considerate of one another. The wound for the feminine is say what you mean. Yeah, look, just not, I feel that's just like not actually being honest, because it's in the verse, it's like not saying what you mean and keeping your feelings a secret, and then you kind of blow up at them, and it's like that's a toxic cycle you need to come out of. And I'm being shown people that would make sense to, that are in union, right? And the masculine's wound is unleash your creativity. Again, there's that same card from the first lot there. It's about, you know, needing to find something exciting, maybe changing up their work, changing up the way they do something in everyday life, just a bit of change. Beauty, you know, maybe they're it's, yeah, something around beauty, but it's like, you know, it's like I'm hearing, it's like maybe someone's want to change up their look, so they might be look rejection. Yeah, it's like they're maybe just needing to change, like get a haircut or something, I don't know. It's something around Venus, someone's Venus in their chart. Right, and an overall message, because the buzzer's going to go in a minute, but we managed to get out, is the gardener. What about the gardener? Boundaries. Something, how funny would that be if someone was a gardener, like a literal one? But it's about pulling out the weeds in your mind, I feel, right, in this case. And like paying attention to your boundaries, communicating clearly what this is about. Again, coming back to attachment styles, 37 minutes there for those of you that are, you know, the North Node in Taurus. And remember that is everyone, because the North Node's in Taurus is about what do you value, who do you value, are you spending enough time on what you truly value? Or are you being distracted by chasing after money, chasing after distraction? You know, put your energy into what truly matters before it's too late. I did just hear that. But it's about seeing through illusions, because there's the owl. The tiger there may be relevant to someone too. Again, that's one of my power animals. And to me, this would be depictive of the feminine energy there. But look, she's got her guard up. Like, she's like, I'm not letting you near me if you're just going to muck me around. Because I'm not manifesting that. I'm manifesting real love, real connection. Oh, look, the lower chakras connected with the higher chakras. So this is the sexual energy connected with the heart. You know what I mean? Like really understanding the power of that sexual energy. Coming through the darkness to the light with the sunflower. I want my twin flame. That's what the feminine's like. I want that kind of balance. Equal give and take, equal love. Like, I want to feel like I'm giving as much to you as you're giving back to me. Nobody's like, there's not an unequal amount of love going on here, because we're the yin yang swans. With there's something really, there's actually big commitment coming for, and again, it would be big if somebody hadn't even told you how they feel, and then they're suddenly telling you how they feel. That is big commitment. You know, it doesn't need to be massive big things like engagement, marriage, kids, and all that. That can all come later. But it's like, this is about I'm here. What am I? Look how the stars, look how they shine for you. And all the things you do. That yellow song, I think, Coldplay. But it was like they were singing to me and I couldn't even remember what it was. But that's about the full moon in Leo. So I do feel there's a real true love, Venus and Pisces commitment coming about there for someone, because someone's out of that distorted masculine energy. So yeah, when I was channeling about connecting the lower chakras there, it's like someone has had a wake-up call and they've come, look, and he's, look, the bank, he's just, I knew it, I could feel it, but like, he's, look, counting all it, look, chasing money. So remember, you don't need to be a man, you can be a woman too. This reminds me of a friend of mine, and it's like, I'm always there to remind her of that, like, there's more to life than money. And it's like, look, snakes, because then you attract snakes in the grass that are after your money. That could be other romantic connections that you can't trust. That could be friends. That could be family that are holding you back on your money. But it's basically, look, chasing all the wrong stuff and time's passing you by. That's crazy. Connection. And all the while you could be having that connection. And again, this always feels like the twin flames that have a huge connection through music, which I feel is most twin flames, but some have got a connection more than others. You see that with me and mine. Again, it'll be fascinating when I hear his experience of that. Spiritual maturity. Someone's growing up. Someone's coming out of the distorted masculine energy and they're ready to go on that journey of life with you. To sexual freedom. And it doesn't need to be boring either. That's what they're saying to me. It's like, I think before there could creativity, that's funny with what I just said, but it's like, I think before there could have been this feeling around they were going to be restricted. It's actually what I said about the Saturn energy in your chart. Like, see how, like, I know that the Saturn energy, how that matches up with me and my twin, it's kind of like I'm the one that's like sensible about it and he's the one that wants to be free. Like, I don't know if he sees it like that, but it's not, that isn't actually the case, because whatever he's got in him, I've got in me. And it's just about, it needs to be balanced out. But it is like, it's, that's what I mean about, I've always knew he was meant to come to me when he grew up. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but not just him, both of us. So that'll be resonant with whoever else that's about. But it's about, it's actually, both twins realise, shit, this is even better than what I've been pissing about with. Like, this is real sex, this is real connection, this is like spiritual maturity, this is like, and everybody's spiritual, even if they don't realise it. They're, being creative, that could be being creative in bed too. It's just, you know what I mean? Just sexual union. And the doves are about peace. Doves to me are about gods as well. Because people always pull me cards about doves, and it's because I channel God, guys, the divine. And we've got the Rose Garden, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Again, it's the forgiveness coming in for the reunion. Soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. And then we've got support and community. Trust the seasons, embrace and change cycles of life, transition, growth. Trust the season that you're in. And for some people, you're in the season of the reunion. In fact, all of us are in the season of the twin flame reunion. So what I always say, if that's not you, have hold space and love for the ones that is going to apply to it. I'm definitely going to go now because that buzzer's going to go any minute. So, and then I'll get on with my client readings later on tonight when my lovely wee niece goes. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book your own personal recorded reading like this, which I'll send to you unlisted, then you can do that. You can email soulfam@wolfpackgmail.com. soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com. Yeah, God, I'm like, is that even right? Sorry, it's been that long since I've said it. And yeah, I'll either, me or my assistant will get back to you. And yeah, and then I haven't, obviously, because I haven't been doing a lot of videos, I haven't been saying it, but if you'd like one card, like a free card, if you'd like one card, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll pull you a card the next time I do a video like this, or the next time I'm live. I'm not really tending to go live very much at all, probably until we get into the springtime there when I get more energy, but you never know. Sometimes I get a burst of energy, probably will around the full moon, but I'm not going to make any promises. And if you would like more than a card, so if you'd like 3 cards or 6 cards, then you can pay with the links that I'll put in the comments as well. I think it's £10 for 3 cards, and then if you want 6 cards, £20, and then and I can just do it either at the beginning or the end of one of these videos. And if I had a few, I would probably just do them in all one separate video, because even if it isn't you, like, other people's messages can make sense to you. And I'm only saying that for people that are new. If you don't realise that, it really is quite astounding. Like, if I'm ever drawn to watch ones where people are doing messages for others, I always watch, because I know that I can get a message too if you really listen with that spiritual side. And you're right, I'm going to go. Right, love yous, bye.